going? It's me, Aman, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are looking at entitled Bridezillas. Let's get into it. Bride won't speak to me because I cannot afford a destination wedding. Essentially the title, further information, the bride is my cousin and I was asked to be a bridesmaid and my daughter the flower girl. Wedding is in August in a different country, at least 6 hours flight. I told her in January that we cannot afford to go. I am a single parent working in school full time. If I went, I would have to put pretty much everything on a credit card. The cost of the travel/hotel would be nearly 2k. Never mind all those little expenses like food, shoes, hair and makeup, etc. And then things like the bachelorette party. There are several other family members who cannot attend, yet she is only not speaking to me. She also uninvited me from the bridal shower. I also feel really insecure/bad about myself because it feels like I'm being judged for where I am in life right now. Edit, to add something that I think is more important than I originally thought. Her sister, my oldest cousin, had a wedding in December and we attended. I was a bridesmaid and my daughter was the flower girl. But this wedding was 30 minutes from where I live and the only thing I paid was for my bridesmaid dress, and of course I got them a gift. Also, the older cousin babysits my daughter 2 times a week during my school year, and so they have a close relationship. The destination bride is notorious for being difficult and plans have to be adjusted to fit her needs. I just don't understand why half of these entitled brides think that everyone can just splash cash on a destination wedding just to fit their needs. And not everyone's going to be in a comfortable position where they can just happily just spend, I don't know, 2 grand on a flight/hotel package deal just for your wedding. Why not just live stream it on Twitch? That way everyone will attend one way or another. There's only so much you can do in a situation like this, but the other person really needs to understand your side before throwing a fit. But that's my opinion. Sister wants me to change my vacation plans for her bachelorette. Hi, I am a female, 30, married, and this is about my little sister who is getting married in some months. So we, me and significant other, have booked our dream vacation after a year of saving, and it's going to be in a month. My sister hadn't planned or had set a date for her bachelorette, but now she insists on going to Hawaii and also pitching in for her trip, which also falls on the dates of our vacation. I told her to move it at least a week ahead, but no, she wants to do it on that particular week. I don't want to cancel my vacation, which is already paid for. I don't know what to do. She's causing drama in the family due to this. Clearly your little sister's an idiot, right? If she knew that you were away on those specific dates, why would she try and intentionally book her bachelorette on the exact same dates? It's almost as if she doesn't want you to go away on your dream vacation. Maybe you afforded to go to the Maldives or something and she's jealous of that and is trying to prevent you from going. I want to know what the comments say on this. She chose to book her bachelorette when you already had plans. That's on her. Let her go. Do not contribute and go on your dream vacation. Your selfish sister needs to get a grip. Couldn't have said it better myself. That's what I was trying to say. I just don't have a way with words and I don't know why, considering English is my first language. And a reality check that the world doesn't revolve around her. Okay, that's a perfectly valid thing to say. The world does not revolve around her. It doesn't matter if it's her wedding coming up. It doesn't matter if it's her bachelorette. The fact that she left her bachelorette so late, just intentionally booking it on the same day as you're away, she's just a bitch. She's just a bitch. And knowing that your sister can't make it, knowing that you want her to go, doesn't really add up here. God forbid I turn out like this one day. And I would expect my friends to slap me if I do. I think doing these Bridezilla videos is kind of giving me an idea of not what to be on my big day or moments leading up to the big day. Spent 2k on a destination bachelorette and now there's a garden party too. I agreed to go to my friend's bachelorette, $350 initially, 1 weekend, which I thought was fine. However, we can't forget that these brides would like to splash out as much cash as they can just to prove a point. They then asked for an extra $50, then $35, and that didn't include any of the events/food/drink. It's actually 5 days. Turns out my flights from a smaller airport were $450 one way. Okay, that makes sense, one way. When they're all in a big city and they've asked us to bring 5 outfits. Some in the chat spending hundreds of these. Bloody hell. Just order clothes from Shein and you'll be fine. I run a company and a charity, so that's even before loss of income, taking 2 days off or paying for cover. Now I've been messaged asking if I can come to the garden party back home. I said no because I'm financially / time-wise maxed out, and apparently that's rude. Am I being ridiculous or are they? Edit for context. For the others, they may be spending $50 on their flights, not being in a small town, so they don't appreciate the cost difference or self-employment or charity losses when I take time off. I'd already planned all my leave off for my own wedding, honeymoon and her wedding too. Listen, you gotta put yourself first here. If you've got your own wedding coming up and your own shit to deal with, and you know you can't really make it work, or if it's a struggle to begin with, then I don't really think it'd be worth going. It's a shame that, again, your friend probably doesn't understand how difficult it is for you, because I mean, for her everything's pretty much getting paid for in a way. It is very selfish of your friend to be feeling or thinking like that, or having high expectations for you for her wedding. But then again, if it does come down to the money, which most of these pretty much are, then there's only so much, again, you can do to try and make people happy. Am I the asshole for not wanting my bridesmaid to bring my ex to the wedding? First of all, she broke the girl code, because you do not date your friend's ex no matter what. One of my bridesmaids recently started dating my ex. When I sent out the save the dates, I didn't give her a +1, not to be hurtful, but simply because I do not want an ex at my wedding. This is a day to celebrate my relationship with my fiance, and having someone there from a painful part of my past just doesn't feel right. Plus, my parents do not like this person, rightfully so. Now that people are starting to receive the save the dates, which was supposed to be a happy moment, she cannot understand my reasoning, and she has completely flipped out on me. She's been mean, rude, and trying to make me feel like I'm a horrible person for this decision. No matter how calmly I explain my reasoning, she keeps twisting it to make me the bad guy. For context, she knows and is friends with everyone going, and she's not the only one without a +1. I'm really struggling with this. Am I in the wrong for not wanting my ex at the wedding? Me personally, who's sane, I don't think you're wrong. And if this ex was actually sane in the head, he would probably be like, nah, I don't want to go to my ex's wedding. That's really weird. I mean, considering you said that he was a painful part of your life, yeah, I sure hope he declines. Regardless, I know you'll probably refuse entry for him, which you have the right to do. You should make a guest list when it comes to a wedding, okay? And then have security stand at the door and checking them off as if like they're entering a club. To begin with, she wasn't really your friend if she was dating him in the first place, knowing what had happened between you two. And I don't understand why you're struggling with this. Considering it's your big day and obviously you want it to go well, I think the only thing you can do is just bar her from the wedding. So first of all, she doesn't throw a fit. Second of all, your ex can't come either way. And you don't have to worry about those two being there and just, you know, ruining the day or something. Just say to her, you're not coming, piss off. It's your wedding. It's your wedding day. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to be a bitch to a certain extent. That's all we have for today. That was a very interesting insight to how people deal with money when it actually comes to weddings. Because usually in the past, when I do like these Bridezilla videos, I tend to focus on other ways that they're entitled. And I never actually really think about how entitled they could be when it comes to a destination bachelorette party or a wedding abroad. It really does open your eyes to this, and I'm not surprised, if anything. I just expect it at this point. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please remember to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.